everyone. Welcome again to another episode of 30 Minutes with the Empress. And I have, goodness, a beautiful, wonderful pillar available for us today that's going to be able to share more of what he does in the community, how he's shaking things up and has been for many, many years, and has actually helped me on my path and journey. So at this point, I'm just going to switch the platform over to the beautiful L. Filthmore, Red Pill, Phil. I don't know. What he wants to call you?
Red Pillar. I like Red Pillar right now. That's my musical attribute. So I'm in music album mode. You know what I mean? Red Pill, the teacher, the lecturer, and Red Pillar more so the art. You know, I'm in art mode now. You know what I mean? So thank you for having me. Uh,
Wonderful.
yes, indeed. Greetings to the family.
Yes.
You know, it's wonderful Monday afternoon in Atlanta right now. It just finished raining.
Wow.
Uh, yeah, I think I went to sleep around noon. We
How
worked
long were y'all up last night?
till noon.
Till noon? Oh my goodness. I can imagine. It looked like a lot of fun. Goodness. Whew.
We went to a bonfire at 3 in the morning.
Mm.
So we left
Okay.
to, yeah, it was at someone's house. So out here in Atlanta, there's many communities and what. So the difference out here in places like New York is there's a freedom out here where people have space, like where I'm at right here, like
Ooh.
it's not acres, or anything, but it's a big ass front yard and a big ass backyard. It's just room, you know what I mean? Like
Open space.
open
Yeah.
space. So when you have people who are homeowners and they could do whatever they want to do, and you know what I mean? Like they're not restricted, time constraints, and they're not living with time to go to sleep because you got to put to this machine in the morning with the rest of the whatnot. So there's a level, you know, people walk around and they have on their, but they're not carrying weapons. They have the right to do that, and they want people to be comfortable, so they're armed. And I'm from New York, so I'm not used to seeing that. And I'm like, damn, we're not free in New York.
Yeah.
We're not. And in order to be free, you gotta be free. Like you gotta be able to do the shit that somebody an hour away. You can't do that if you can't ride around and protect yourself. If you can't carry protection in a day and age where we need protection, how the hell could you be considered free? You're looking for a person who taxpayer dollars are paying to be an aggressor towards your kind. Heck you. You got the freedom to put the hip and let shit fly. Somebody and they're you like you attempt to do so. And I was told that the second level is self-preservation. Oh no, that's so it's like damn, we're not living in New York. Niggas is not alive. You gotta come down south what it is to really live. Like we don't even have space to prosper.
You breaking up a little bit, Red. I can't. It's breaking up a little bit.
Yeah.
Let me see. Okay.
We don't have space
There we go.
in New York City to even live. Like we don't have acreage. So one of the things that I'll say is DNA responds to environment.
Mm.
There's been a study, epigenetics and a few other things.
Mm-hmm.
right? DNA responds to environment.
Yeah.
So God will never realize himself or herself inside of a mega city.
That's a
How?
fact.
Your DNA is going to respond to the environment that it's placed into. You never spent the night in the woods without a fucking candle or a light.
Yeah.
You never woke up and had morning dew on you like you was a plant.
Mm. Wow.
Your feet are not grounded in the earth. You don't swim in the ocean. You haven't been bathed in the morning light. How the hell are you God? Your DNA doesn't even know what it feels like. Remember, nature is netter, NTR. Nature is the netters. All magical system. I don't care if it's Harry Potter or, you know, Palo Mayombe,
Mm.
Santeria, Obia. All of the systems deal with what? Nature, the elements. So how the hell could somebody claim to be God and they don't even experience the elements? They're not in nature. Can't be a netter if you're not in nature. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
impossible.
No
So
place like home. Got to be in nature. I love it.
the country, or the South for that matter,
Hmm.
that affords your DNA the opportunity to experience godhood. Now, what is the reverse migration or the great migration? The great migration is Black people, African people, Moorish people adhering to their DNA signature saying, nigga, I need to get back home
Mm.
in 2020. Get out the fucking city and go home. Take your ass out of this failed experiment called Chicago, Detroit, New York. Right? This failed experiment. Tap out of that. That's an experiment. The mega city was an experiment. It doesn't work anymore. Huh? It's a failed experiment. You gotta double back and recalibrate and then try again. Niggas is dying. Mega cities. Mega cities are killing fields, right?
Yeah. Hmm.
Hamster COVID-19 that the cities failed project. If you're not attached to the hamster wheel, you don't belong in the city, right? Why am I paying $1,000 rent in New York City when I can go to Connecticut and get acreage? When I can go to New Jersey and get when I can go to when I could go to DC, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Bear Mountain, Poconos, when I could go to North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Tennessee, Alabama, Mississippi, and live. If
Yeah.
you're gonna live, that's insane. Whose means are you living by? Paying $1 for a closet in New York City, but you gotta step over people on the way to work. So there's a signature ancestor out, and they're speaking to the tribe, and it's tribe converge in the south, converge forest, which is known as Georgia, converge near the Apple, converge on the grid, 44th latitude, adherence to the calling, and some are not. Some are still acting like they can't hear and they can't see, and that's their choice.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're at the phase where we have to let the dead bury the dead, let dogs lay where they at. You know what I mean? No disrespect. we're at that point that if you keep on trying to carry down, you're gonna put that weight.
Yeah. Yeah.
Make a life that's gonna affect their life for 10 years down the line. You know,
Yeah.
money is a catalyst, and look how many babies are pregnant, right? That's life life altering. Look how many people left their jobs. Look how many people relocated to another
Quickly.
immediately.
Hmm.
That went places on. I know people that left New York just to visit somewhere for weeks to get away from COVID, and they're never.
Yeah. 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 No, no, no going back. No. It's not worth it. It's not necessary. And right now it's not really the place for those beings to exist, in my view. You're just gonna put yourself back in a situation of
Right,
dismay, you know.
your time is up.
Right.
It's chaos. Like you've done your due diligence. The
Right.
make battery for long enough, nigga. You free, but you didn't realize that you got freedom because you were invested in the techno. You were invested in the matrix. You were invested. You were invested. You were invested in corporate, right? On Twitter complaining about 2020 like it's beating you up. Only way that it was up if you was on the titty of Romulus, if you was sitting on a lap, if you was attached. That's the only. That's the only why. That's the only um reason why you would be uncomfortable in 2020. If you're independent, if you're self-reliant, if you are black owned. I don't like to say self-made because nobody. I work for my customers. How the hell am I? And I don't work for nobody but my customers.
Okay.
I don't exist if it's not for my customers. They're the most important people on the planet. They pay the bills. They keep the lights on. They keep the post office. They keep me with. They keep me. They keep me seeking perfection.
Yeah.
It's nobody else. It's only them. So how dare I act like when it's not? I am a servant.
Hmm.
Serve it. It's not about me.
At
I have
all.
one,
Yeah.
and I'm here to deliver. But if not for that relationship, I have no purpose with these people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I get the privilege of the opportunity because I gotta get out of the Bronx, the Manhattans of the world, and train, meet the people who met me before I met. I don't know who the fuck these people are until I get on the highway. I bust ass on the highway, 16 hours back in the China bus. I'm taking the plane like I'm taking trains now. I'm Metro car airport. I'm swiping, going through the turnstile, and I'm going. Do you know? Every time I get on a plane, I'm gambling with my life.
Yeah.
Every time I'm in the bus, that's a gamble because these niggas is turning buses over. These Chinese. Every time that bitch could drop in the air, it's so real that I could get on a plane and these could get me in the air and takes their mask off and it welcome to the Boogie Boys private airline.
Mm.
Well, welcome to Donald Trump era. They call like nobody is saying, nobody ever said CIA could not book a flight for you.
That's
Nobody
true.
ever told you that the FBI playing with your black ass because the agents are embody you. They
Mm.
could. I got on flights, only 10 people flying. Amazing.
Mm.
I've been on flights, 10 of us. Who's to say that 10 of us, not the government? They could book the.
Yeah.
They put you in the air. They could drop the plane in the water and be like, you know what? Our lives to take out one of their leaders because it was worth it. I put my life on the line every time I go to election, but it's worth it because I'm getting to meet the people who I need. I need to meet y'all. You know what I'm saying? I need to meet. Okay, I've done my part. Now I introduced you to you. You got on the phone. Now I got to meet. I'm running up on people like, man, what do you do? I'm an engineer. What? Music. I need you. What do you do? I'm a cameraman. Glad we met. I need you in my life. You are my answer. You think that I'm the solution? You're my solution. Where are we gonna? I'm giving them my Airbnb. I'm giving them my address. I'm giving them my phone number. I'm trying my best. I'm doing research on what's the technology that connects people. How can I turn 5,000 followers into 500 motherfucking team players? We need 5 of y'all. That
Mm.
500 is a farce. It's an illusion. They're out. If I took 10, nigga, I'm more lit than 100,000 surveyors. They're not. They're just watching to look for gray sweatpants. That's what they check it out for.
Yeah.
They want to see how. That's what they're in. They want to see how you put on when niggas nail you. They want to see how you trauma. They want to see what they got on you. What about? What's your phallus size? That's what people are invested in. You know what I mean? Folly. That's
Mhm.
what they into. Folly. Fuckery. But in the midst of all of that, there's 10 solid people that's ready to do something. That's ready to body something. That's ready to heavy lift. That's ready to bust a fucking to come with a bag to bust a motherfucking play. This motherfuckers is ready to take 80 suitcases of yours and get on that airplane and fly it wherever you tell them to go. That's
Mhm.
I'm looking for my ride or dies. I'm fucking shooters. People looking for my next seat. I'm looking for my vice president. That's what I'm fuck everything else. Nothing else matters at this point. I done danced enough. I'm a lap dancer. I need my own because I've really been dancing and got dollars. Some niggas don't even
Yeah.
you know, interchangeable. It's non-gender. Right? It's fluid. It's fluid. I'm a lap dancer. My mama's a lap dancer. Blue pill. We all dance. We are
Yeah.
just. I mean, we justice in the court. Cardi and Meg the. We
Mm.
out here. We Savion Glover. You know what I mean? Flavor Flav. We the hype man. And we put people and we dance for them. And they throw peanuts at us, pitch pearls. And it's all good. But it's got I'm done dancing. You
Good.
know?
Good.
I went for now I own the Magic City. You know what I'm talking about?
There
I'm
you
down
go.
Players Club. I got a play
That's it.
my legs off. You know, my knees is what's up. You know, and we've been dancing. We ready to put on the greatest show on.
Wow.
I was on a mountain in Tennessee, 40 acres. The elders decided, you know what? We've been watching Blue Pill, these, sun gods. And I had elders decide they're ready to open and give youth, and they're ready to do the passage where they pass over power. So what did they do to us? What did they do for us? What did they do with us? This was invite. This was not. This was to do with social media. Had nothing to do. They tapped us on the like, man, elected y'all brothers with us. We want to show you something. We went to an hour and a half, 2 hours. They rented a van. They drove us up to Tennessee to the top of a mountain, 3,000 sea level, and they 40 acres of land that they not only do they got houses on that. This is not open. No know about this. This is not open to anyone. You had to drive. You made the wrong. The van will mountain. That's how now dirt roads, not paved. These
Yeah.
are these African men. Some of them are jazz. Some of them are retired freedom fighters. Well, you can't retire. Some of them are freedom fighters who got the bag in the 70s. Do with it. We going on. These brothers got acres, got houses, real houses, not struggle shit, not no fucking. You know what I mean? Not gas struggles. Not none of
Wow.
that about Raymore and Flanagan. I mean, that type of shit. Like Home Depot type of houses. The brothers had houses in production that they're building in houses. You know what I mean?
That's beautiful.
Yo, it was a full experience. Yeah, thus we're going back this week. People, they're looking for it because they acquired with a minimum, and the Europeans were up there because, of course, the Europeans well, on the mountain, that is, the mountain has multiple, not just 40 acres. The Europeans, they don't have a problem with the black people up there or the Aboriginals. Got no issue. They doing them. Now people is doing them. They got roads called Imhotep Way, right? Named after Imhotep. European, damn. And 40 acres of a plot of land up for sale in November. We're gonna buy that.
Mm.
Right? We're gonna buy that. 6 figures. It's a small ticket. It's a baby ticket for these consciousness running around claiming they got a bag or two. Yeah, put your money. I'm from the. I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to. If you don't land, you don't. You don't have no fucking dog in the race. You don't have horse in the race. My last name is Moreland. I'm about more land. If you own no land, my nigga. What you own? A car? A house?
Ray, you a mess. I'm sorry. Good.
Like, get out of here. Be violent. We're about to be verbally violent
Yeah.
against is out here clogging up my with the bullshit.
Yeah.
Facts started out as an initiative. Now it's a reality. Facts stand for food, art, clothing, technology, shelter. It also stands for forex, arms, coding, trading, and sovereignty.
Mm. Okay.
Dreams. As
Mm.
so now, because of the passion economy, Empress, we could live on time and get money right on the computer. Reason why is there's two other people inside of the spot right now. Is a sister out of California, Lizzie Jeff, on a Zoom she's doing a Zoom meeting for a tribe. There's a but that she's having a meeting with tribe. And then Cambodian live and he's speaking to his tribe.
Okay.
Right? None of us are in a state, right? And making music, creating content, bonding.
Yeah.
As my daughter is, right?
Oh.
She
Mm.
up from 9. She was on school. She was on Zoom. She just got out of
Mm.
my home. Her son, he's in school inside of one of the rooms, right? Don't have to be in our quote unquote domicile. We don't got our prison, which is fuck that. Be on the beach. We could be on an island. We could be exploring a cave or right, going to look for some hidden jewels, some shit that they're hiding from.
Hey,
No,
hey, you know I'm with you. Let's go.
right. Then let's build babies. I'm
Yeah.
40. My race is almost finished. And I'm not gonna be here. I'm putting on for I'm moving out of the Omari could do it to do. I'm gonna acknowledge them me, then I'm gonna put on so they could be great. If a nigga put hands on one of their hairs, I'm gonna hug them, for a vest. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
I'm not playing. So parents need to have attitude. Get the fuck out of these. They're growing up fast. We're in the way. Niggas are trying to be teenager apps. Let them do it. You know what I mean? Set it up for them. Let them get on Gram. Let them get on live. Let them start 5 at 11, 12. Let them create video games in their fucking image, their sacred images. Put their names on your product. Make them a website. Make them a company. Put your wife as the owner of your LLC. Make her the CEO. I dare you, nigga. Step it up. You know what I'm saying? That whole period with the PPP loans, everybody was scamming and shit. It taught about paper and business and how to restructure. My wife is the owner of put it in her name. You know what I mean? Why not? In the business bank, she's the fucking owner. She's the majority stakeholder. I'm putting on for her because she gave me a son.
Mm.
Son is gonna give me, gonna add on to my name. So why the fuck would I honor her with her own LLC, multi-billion-dollar? She gave me a multi. You know what I mean? She gave
Yeah.
it my more another 100 years. She went through labor. Like why give her what she deserves? So that I'm doing, the plane rides that I'm taking, where I'm risking every time she let me go onto a plane. Yep, she's giving up fucking ghosts. She's
Mm.
allowing me to sacrifice for her and my last name. She's letting go. She's like, have a safe flight. But I know in her mind, she's like, damn, I might not make it.
Mm.
So all of the sacrifice the road. Sometimes it's 30 of us. Sometimes I'm in a room and it's 300. Sometimes I'm in a room and it's 3,000. I don't give a fuck if it's 3 of us. I'm here to do the work. I'm gonna capture content, that's the video and the emails. Because out of the 3, my next vice president might be one of them. Motherfuckers is driving from states to come and see us. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
They came to Atlanta to experience this weekend with us, the 9/11, the natural mystic, the celebration of the Ethiopian New Year, and quote unquote, you know, for Scorpion King album. They had a magic weekend. Life is about, I don't give a fuck about none of this shit. What is your experience? What are you doing for an experience? What did you,
Mm.
was it experience. You saw your son win a black. Oh shit, nigga, you had a wealthy. You can't buy that.
Yeah.
Write it in the journal, my niggas. Roll up a L, smoke, pop some wine, and celebrate. You stop looking
Like that.
at that people are not real. The only thing that you should look for is a good experience, even if it's a bad experience. It was an experience. Utilize that to learn and moving. If the
Yeah.
person you were with was responsible for that bad experience, adjust,
Yeah.
pivot, have the fucking mentality, pivot. You know what I mean? If you're about to go jump and do a dunk and somebody is just pivot and fake them out.
Yeah.
That's experience. So we headquartered, right? Atlanta, ATL, Mama Pill here, KT the Arts degree here, Blue Pillar here, and then, and we got work to do here. Red Pill was out here 97 to 2000, Planet Mass. I'm here to prune the tree. And I was in here, oh, 2011 to 2012. I was here for about 11 months. It was a very intense time for me. I got resurrected. I was in 14 pieces like a saw. I was dead at that time. And I got resurrected by a sister who I got so much for her. I flew her and I put her on the bill so she could get a bag with us,
Woo.
right?
That's
I,
love.
I hit her up. What you doing? She in Oakland. Popping. What you doing? Let's get some bread bag. Come to Atlanta. Come back. You know what I mean? And shake it up with your people.
Beautiful thing.
You know, I love her with my heart, but it don't got nothing to do with me wanting to be with her in such a way,
Right.
right? I'm indebted to my life, right? For so the love that I is when I look at her and I love, I have to vicariously have love for her because she helped put back together, and I needed to be put back together, and
Yeah.
I in her, she utilized her back, right? So
Mm.
then it's about being grateful, presence, and what they did for you and years ago. And you gotta do nothing. You know what I mean? I'm not no fucking. I'm not a mosquito. Not you. You know what I mean? You did something 10 years ago, 18 years ago. It still benefits today. I'm forever. You got a place in my. If you cross, if you did me, if you stepped on my, I'm
Mm-hmm.
still because you taught me a lesson. Still
Mm.
heart. One of those fucking chambers that probably you in one of them chambers, but you still have a place because you're part of a lesson. You're still part of a, you know, an
Mm. I didn't
it,
look at it like that. I appreciate that knowledge. I don't know. I guess with people that cross me, I forgive them and I wish them well, but I just veer the other way, you know?
venom can kill you. Much of it can. So
Hmm?
my snake poison can kill you,
Mm-hmm.
and too much of it can.
Mm.
So first of all, it's about how we look at things,
Mm-hmm.
how we bounce, right,
Okay.
and what we do with our poison. Are we using it to kill or are we using it to kill?
Ooh.
Right? So
Okay.
if a person once magnetically you, you now repel that because the magnet turned that person at the end of the day doing you a humongous favor.
Yeah.
People's lives for you don't own anyone, you don't have no ownership over nobody,
Yeah.
and you, even your children are not yours. So if a person the life and the reason you to identify and what was the season. And
Uh,
you know what I
Okay.
mean?
Okay. Knowledge accepted. Okay.
Happens when planets come into alignment during Jupiter square Mars is aligned with Saturn. They come out of alignment, they'll keep moving. That's the same relationship, people, friendships, like business relations, sexual relations, friendships, all kind of shit, right? Marriages. Those are the as above. That's like if you have this aligned with another about 5 years, but then it gets out of alignment. That's a force.
Mm.
It's people together for 50 years. We'll find the planet together for 50 years. Find the
Yeah.
motherfucker locked in something years. That's your right there. That's the human living it out on this earthly plane. No planet. This is the plane of existence. Planes of existence. Right fucking.
Mm.
It
Okay.
great grandparents having Netflix and shit now. You like they was dead. No, they're not. They're alive on another having better.
Definitely. Wow. Okay. That was helpful. Goodness. Mm. Okay. So this is helping me too, not just the audience. I appreciate it. That's why I said, kind of when I met you in Blue, I just gravitated. And every time I connect or I check into a lecture or a function like the soul gazing, just anything with you, I learn and I grow. So I am deeply, deeply appreciative. Thank you. Thank you. Just learned something again. Okay.
Right. When somebody got offer you that's tribe.
Yeah.
Not necessarily our only family, and some of them ain't family.
Yeah.
So tribe is tribe. We are here. That's what Kabbalah to receive. So I can eat at. I gravitate. People are feeding me. Food is warm. I'm not going places I can't. Palate don't take to that food.
Right.
So I don't feed plate. Not listening. I don't want to see you. I don't care what you. I'm not investing. Matter of fact, the word of the day is divest.
Divest.
You don't fuck with. Divest yourself. Divest yourself of weird ass people who got your vested in hand. If they're not in interest in hand for you, divest yourself of them. Meaning that if something happens, tell me, I'm like, who's that?
Mm.
There, I erase. I'm divested of.
Got it. Got it. Yes. Okay. So I go where I'm appreciated, not tolerated.
Right.
Okay.
I'm removing any type of bond. I'm removing the. I'm removing the fucking the needle that's in my arm. I'm removing
Mm.
cord out of my back. And like in the Matrix, Neo took all of those things out of his. He's divesting himself of the Matrix. You know what I mean? I'm divesting of whatever energy cord you have in me, or you got up my ass, my energy from. I have to divest. I have to
Divest. Okay.
Or I'm on the internet. Or, you know, you can't more. I blocked you. Speak to me anymore. I changed my number. I'm divested and not sitting around, worrying about who the fuck I'm sleeping with. I'm divested my. You know what I mean? I'm covering the tattoo, my nigga. When, you know what I'm saying? When somebody's in the WAP, name on my fucking left booty cheek, daddy's name and nigga's picture looking at you. You know, that cover up the tat, man. He's in the way. Trying to focus. I'm back here staring at me. You know, I
Got
don't need
you.
to divest yourself. So divesting is a healthy activity.
Yes. Okay. I get it.
The paper and put it in a right. The picture. Print that shit on a program and burn it. You know, on the
Mm.
bury it. On divest yourself. The same energy into being invested in a motherfucker. You need to put more energy into divesting. It's not about fighting that person. You're gonna be entangled with that person. Feed that person with next. If you troll that person, if you stalk that person, you're not divesting of that person. You know, I had a on 9/11 at an event in in Atlanta. My security had to escort one of my stalkers to my event. All the way from Chicago. Yeah,
That's crazy.
I'm talking about. And I had bam, clean her up and give her a reason. You know what I'm talking about? Because I'm paying right.
Yeah. I get it. Every time I talk to you, I get it.
Fuck out of here. Yeah.
Look, I can talk to you all day. This is only supposed to be 30 minutes, and you know I would talk to you forever, but I know you got so much going on. I want to thank you. You know I'm going to have you back. Next time I'll probably have a better premise and much more to talk, or I'll just let you rock again like this because you always teach it. But I want to thank you for honoring and gracing the new platform of 30 minutes with the Empress so we can get out here and continue to make this change. I love you for life. Make sure you send my love and peace to Paul. He'll
I
be up
will.
here soon. But thank you so much, Red.
Love and light.
Are you going live again tonight?
I might.
Okay. I'll be tapping in.
Indeed. All right.
Peace and
Love.
love.